Hi guys, I'm Lori.
Hi David.
And this is Mermaid and Jetty Adventures. Today on Mermaid and Jetty Adventures, we're going to be talking a little bit about the park hopper versus not getting the park hopper. These are just, we're not saying anything negative about one thing or the other, we're just kind of saying what are some positive things or why you might want to get the hopper or not get the hopper.
Yeah, so the park hopper basically allows you to see multiple parks in a day.
Yeah, and whereas the one park option, you just are like the base fare, the base ticket, you only get to go to one park per day.
All right, so one of the reasons you might want to get the hopper is if you have a short trip and you want to see all the parks in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, so that way you can hit up the highlights.
Yeah, you can basically go through multiple parks in a day, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and then have a day for Magic Kingdom kind of thing if you do it 2 or 3 days.
Another thing is, maybe you visited your basically a Disney World veteran, you've been there several times, and you want to just go for a couple of days, or you only want to see certain attractions or go on certain rides.
Yeah.
That might be one of the reasons that a park hopper would work in your favor. So if you're less concerned about the cost and more concerned about doing the things that you want to do in a quick period of time.
Yeah, hopper would be a good point for that.
Yeah.
Another good option is if you want to go to the water parks, they recommend you get the Park Hopper Plus option.
Yes.
Because it has added bonuses getting into the water parks.
Yeah, so that's recently new. I don't even know if that's started quite yet, but that is on the Disney, all the talk lately is that if you want to go to the water parks, you have to get the Park Hopper as well. So that could be one of those things, and with the water parks it's called Park Hopper Plus, yeah, as David had mentioned. So now we're going to talk about a few reasons why you might just want to do one park a day.
Yeah, one of them is if you have like a longer trip, if you have 6 days, you may not need to go to the park hopper option because you can do all the parks in like 4 days if you want to do each park, and then go to the ones you like more for the extra couple days. I
always say like a 5-day ticket is cheaper than a like 3 or 4 day hopper. So go to each park once and then pick your favorite and go back to it, basically. And
this is another kind of like another thing is if you're going for 5 days, park hopper can get expensive.
Yes.
It's like what, $65 a person, or?
It's $65 per person. It's for the length of your stay, but it's per person that's going. It may be slightly cheaper for children, but I know it's about $65 per adult that's going. So,
so if you're on a little bit of a budget, you might want to not get the park hopper option. Another final reason not want to get the park hopper is to not rush as much.
Yeah.
And try to go to the parks for maybe 4 hours and then rest and then go back to the park instead of going out and kind of rushing hardcore. Okay, we're going to go to Animal Kingdom in the morning, then Hollywood Studios, and then we're going to go to Epcot at night. That's fine to do, but they can burn you out quickly.
We also like to kind of have a bit of a rest day in the middle. So right now with Hollywood Studios, there's still lots to do at Hollywood Studios, but maybe not as many things to do. So you can go in the morning and get a lot of the rides done, and then take the afternoon off. Go rest at your hotel, go for a swim, do a little shopping, go to an outlet mall, and then come back in the evening for the fireworks, or ride a couple more attractions. So it's a nice way to sort of rest your feet and get the most out of your vacation, because you've got to remember that it is still a vacation. So it's a nice way to kind of force you a little bit to, I don't want to say force you to relax, but it almost forces you.
Basically, it's more, if we don't have the park hopper option, it's kind of more, you kind of go to the park, and then you might want to go back to the hotel, or just relax wherever you're staying, and then go back to the same park. So it's a lot of times we find when we have the park hopper, you kind of are like under the pressure to use it.
Yes.
So you end up going, okay, we're going to go to this park, this park, and this park, and you're trying to hit 3 parks in one day, and you're like, then you're like, I can't do this.
So that being said too, those are sort of our reasons for the pros for either one. One thing to keep in mind as well with the hopper pass is that you could always add that hopper pass later. It's the same price for a hopper for a day as it is a hopper for like 10 days. So if you get there and you want to add the hopper to your pass, you always can do that. So maybe see how it's going. We have got the hopper a couple times. We used it like maybe one day. And we felt, geez, that wasn't really worth the extra $60, $65, that it costs. So we always go without the hopper, with the mindset that I guess we always could if we needed to. Another thing to consider as well is what time of year. This is just a pro for getting maybe the park, an extra pro for getting the 1-day park pass is if you're going in a certain particular season, specifically for Halloween or Christmas time, you will probably be wanting to go to like a Mickey's Not So Scary or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So you have to consider that you're going to be doing that in one of your evenings. So that takes away one day that you can kind of park hop, really, because you can go there like at 5 p.m. and get in and then, you know, start riding rides.
It's kind of like adding a hopper in for one day for Magic Kingdom only.
Exactly. So for the cost, it's usually about close to like between $80 and $100. That's almost the same amount it is, you know, for a park hopper. So you could almost, you know, for an extra $20, you could go to one of the special events instead of getting the park hopper. So that's something to think about as well. So we hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to be discussing more things in the future, probably some more pros and cons and different things to think about when you're planning your Disney trip. This is just to get us started. So, and we hope you subscribe to us. We put up videos every Friday. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below, what are some things that you like to do? Are you a hopper person or a one park a day kind of person? So until we talk to you next time, take care.
Take care.